Welcome to the DSPN.
He's given him. Wow, there you go. He was forward.
Oh, a punch up now in midfield. Fraser's involved.
The Devlin Sports Podcast Network.
Welcome to the podcast, people. Martin Devlin, Lachlan War. Building up big time to the All Blacks versus Springboks, Eden Park this coming weekend. How good is that going to be? If you're listening on Rover, watching us Spotify video, Apple Podcast, DSPN YouTube channel, thank you so much for supporting us on the DSPN YouTube channel. Over 13,000 subscribers now. We're trying to get to 15,000 before the end of these two tests against the Boks. So help us out, please. Just click that subscribe button. Engage with us. Leave a comment. We love that. There'll be another session of mailbag during the week. We'll be at Scott Robertson's All Black presser today. We'll be following the Springboks during the week as well. Sean Fitzpatrick, legendary All Black captain, on the program tomorrow. Tony Johnson today. We're looking at all the All Blacks injury woes, talking all the issues up before this big test, and also picking our top 5 best ever All Black wins over the Boks and the worst ever 5 All Black losses. All of that to come. We kick the show off every day, same old way.
Marty Sermons, brought to you by WebWonks. Generate online leads with WebWonks. Doctors for your Google data.
We live in an amazing, amazing world, and it's wasted on the crappiest generation of just spoiled idiots.
Rugby. Springboks at Eden Park. It's only the most important All Blacks test since... well, you choose. It'd have to be the World Cup, wouldn't it? Of course, every test is important, but this one is more important than most. It feels like it is because it is. Not just the rivalry, over 100 years worth of on-field rugby battle, but where both teams sit, current position, status, form, all of that adds up to the most mouth-watering, anticipated matchup between us since that Paris final. The contrast in styles, the fact we've both already lost in this rugby championship, the uncertainty around selections, injuries, the head-to-head battle between the two coaches. There's a dozen or more storylines there already. Add in the 31-year unbeaten Eden Park record and the fact that they've beaten us the last 4 times. You couldn't hype this up any more than... well, it already is being hyped up. It doesn't need any extra. This game stands alone as the biggest fixture in world rugby since France went to Dublin in March and belted the Irish 42-27 to win the Six Nations. We have more to lose than the Boks. I do believe that. I think right now they can take a loss. We can't. Defeat for the All Blacks this Saturday night would be a massive setback. We have to play desperate, refuse to lose. Look at this game like there is no other alternative but to win. Just like the quarterfinal versus Ireland. Odds slightly against us. No great lead in form. Real backs to the wall stuff. Having to win. Needing to win. Desperate to win. That's what we need to be. That's what we need to bring. The season pivots on this game, this result. Win, and it's the biggest of Scott Robertson's tenure to date. Confidence goes through the roof. Methods justified. Onwards and upwards. Lose, though, and his record is worse than Ian Foster's was at the same stage. Lose, and there's so many questions to answer, so much continuing doubt about selection, talent, processes, assistant coaches. Win, we are back on track. Lose, and clearly we haven't improved. It's a brilliant occasion, a match of real consequence, and I believe worth every bit of the hype. If you can't get up for this, you're just not living life.
Devlin.
Greetings everyone, DSPN on tour. Of course, All Blacks versus Springboks, Eden Park this Saturday night, the first of 2 tests. And here we are at the beautiful Park Royal, 7-star hotel down in Auckland's waterfront, and Locke will take you around. So we're in the atrium at the moment, the Grand Gallery, and here's all the rooms. This area here is where the Rat Pack gathers, the questions are put. Scott Robertson you're going to hear on this particular podcast. Some of the topics covered in the press conference: injury crisis, Cortez, the update on him, the halfbacks, how important is form coming in from both the Springboks and the All Blacks, Eden Park, that record, knowing the box kicks are coming, how are we going to deal with that? Special questions put about the wingers and how much practice is going in this week to diffuse that, as well as Wayne Smith, Sir Wayne, with the squad in camp this week, and Lester Fainga'anuku as well, called in as well. We were told that at the start of the press conference. Scott, you were talking about this being the biggest test match of your coaching career. Are you nervous?
Well, human. So your mind goes, there's a bit of future thinking that goes on, and you know where it could be and what happened, but then also, you know, your job's to be right here. So I've drawn on my experience as coaching over the years, and what's really important, what wins games, how can we my job is to set this team up to perform on Saturday night. So that's it. But you always take a couple of deep breaths and realise the stakes that are in hand and get on with it, step forward.
How much of team selection, game plan, etc. is affected by the different challenge that the Springboks provide as opposed to any other opponent?
Yeah, you look at their strengths and you think where they're going to go. We know that, and what's the way for us to take that as an opportunity? Where's our skill set? What's required from our players? How do we set them up during the week? So yeah, there's a little bit of, pick for the match, pick for the opposition, but also keep a bit of cohesion.
How do you deal with that during the week, where you said that everywhere you go there's going to be people talking about this game, there won't be a person that you bump into that doesn't ask you about it. How do you deal with all of that during the week?
Well, there's a swimming pool over there, so I just do a few extra links. I love it. I enjoy that, I enjoy that, the connection piece. That's part of the job. When you've got Kiwis talking about this test match and how much it means to it, it fills you. So you embrace it. I'm not walking the streets, put it that way, but definitely not. But I, you embrace those little moments and those connection pieces, and it just reaffirms how important this team is and this game is.
So back in the studio now, and just some of the final questions put to Scott Robertson at the press conference today in Auckland ahead of this first test. Lester Fainga'anuku has been added to the squad. How impressed is the coach with what he's seen from Lester since he's been back in the country? Is he an option for this weekend? And what does Scott Robertson see him as these days? A midfielder or a winger or a player who can cover both?
Yeah, he's a great power athlete, isn't he? And holds his feet beautifully, tracks defenders, and he's played really well. We're really pleased that he's come straight back into the fold and performed at the highest level. Everyone's eligible to get picked. That's why they're here. So the good thing about with Leicester, he can play multiple positions. So I think he's played a lot more centre over there, but he's a hell of a winger as well. He played a lot of 12 as well. So he's covered a few different positions, and the experience over there certainly improved his game in some areas. So
Wayne Smith is with the team this week. What is his role?
Yeah, so Wayne has been locked away in the calendar for all year. This is the one as all of us have noted, and yeah, he's good. He's just got so much wisdom, 30 odd years in the business, up at the top level, and just little bits of gold really, and he's thought about this and remember this, and when I was here and we did this, and so those are the great things that you hear from someone that, like an old Koro, that knows his way around test footy. Following
the second test against Argentina, we all saw it, everyone knows it, our aerial combat game just failed us. How much extra work is being done this week to combat the box kicks, the high ball? We know it's coming at Eden Park.
Yeah, we'll modify and correct technique and make sure we keep being brave, keep going for it and back ourselves, so we'll get the balance of the week of the reps.
Finally, the form of the two wingers under much scrutiny, Rieko Ioane and Sevu Reece, after that second test lost against Argentina. How does the coach balance up past form, a body of work that both of these players have had, the loyalty to those players, with a loss of form and with such an important test match coming up this week?
Yeah, no, it's a great question. Loyalty is a big part of me and who I am. You have faith and trust in people, but we just got to perform, no matter what position it is and who you are. So that's a general for all of us. Team first. We talk about it. Team black, and your performances are key. So it's the balance of the two. But I'm well aware of everyone's form, and there's always conversations to make sure people are kept accountable, and their job is to perform, and just like me.
This is the DSPN.